She'll never tell you this, but every older woman craves these 10 places. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and in ways that she might not even admit to herself. You see, attraction isn't just about looks or confidence. It's about understanding the secret desires she won't say out loud, the places she secretly fantasizes about being, the emotions she's dying to feel again, and the kind of man who can take her there. And here's the truth. If you don't know these places, you're missing out on a whole new level of attraction. Because when you understand where she wants to be, emotionally, mentally, even physically, you can be the man who brings her there. And once a woman feels that with you, she won't forget it. So stick around, because we're about to break down 10 places older women secretly crave. And once you understand these, you'll see women react to you in a way they never have before. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, the Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment. Let's move on. Place number 1. The world where Kanosiga feels chosen. There's a moment every woman secretly craves, one that rewrites her sense of self-worth in ways she'll never admit. It's the moment when she feels chosen, not picked, not noticed, not acknowledged, chosen. Because by the time a woman reaches a certain age, she's experienced being admired. She's had younger years where attention came easily. She's been the center of gravity in social circles, parties, relationships. But over time, something shifts. The eyes don't linger as long. The compliments are fewer. The competition is steeper. And whether she admits it or not, she begins to feel like she's no longer the obvious choice. This is where things get interesting. Because a woman who has been desired before knows the game. She knows what it feels like when men chase her. She knows how attraction works. And most importantly, she knows when a man is choosing her because he truly wants her, not because she's simply available. And that's why the first coveted place older women seek is the space where she feels undeniably, unquestionably, and exclusively chosen. Not because she's the easiest option, but because she's the best option. This isn't about flattery. It's about significance. For an older woman, true attraction isn't about a man who showers her with attention. It's about a man who sees something in her that others don't. A man who isn't desperate, who isn't settling, who isn't throwing compliments at every woman he meets. And when that type of man makes her feel like she's standing out in a world where she's starting to blend in, that's when she falls the hardest. Ever wonder why some women become deeply attached to a particular man, even when they have plenty of options? It's because that man has placed them in a rare psychological space, a space where she doesn't just feel attractive, she feels irreplaceable. This is why women crave relationships, where they feel singled out for something beyond just looks. Looks fade, but the feeling of being one in a million, that stays. And once she gets a taste of that feeling, she'll crave it like a drug. Place number 2. The space where she feels young again. Let's talk about time. Because for a woman, time isn't just something that passes. It's something she's measured by. From an early age, she's bombarded with reminders of how much time she has left to be desired, to be chosen, to be seen as youthful and attractive. Society has conditioned her to watch the clock in ways most men will never understand. So what happens when she reaches an age where youth is no longer her defining feature? Does she stop craving excitement, passion, the thrill of being desired? Of course not. She just learns to hide it better. This is why the second place older women deeply desire is any space that makes them feel young again. And I don't mean young in the literal sense. I mean mentally, emotionally, and romantically rejuvenated. You've seen it happen. A woman who seems poised and composed suddenly lights up when she's in the presence of a man who brings back that exhilaration she once felt. She laughs differently. She moves differently. Her energy shifts. Because for her, it's not just about the man. It's about the feeling he gives her. That's why older women gravitate toward men who make them feel alive. Men who remind them of who they were before life got predictable. And here's the kicker, it's not about age, it's about energy. A man who can tap into a woman's playful, adventurous side, who can make her feel like time is no longer a threat but an open road, that man will have her full attention. And this is where most men go wrong. They assume older women want to be treated with excessive seriousness. They think she wants to be reminded of her wisdom, her experience, her stability. But what she really wants, she wants to be reminded of who she was before she had to be all those things. The moment you can pull her into that space where she feels uninhibited, spontaneous and desired in a way that transcends age, that's when she becomes addicted to your presence. She won't be able to resist coming back to that feeling again and again. Place number 3. The realm of undeniable attraction. Here's something no woman will admit outright. Attraction never dies. It just learns to behave. You see, older women have mastered the art of restraint. They've spent years learning when to hold back, when to be subtle, when to mask their desires behind a carefully crafted exterior. But beneath that polished self-control, attraction still thrives. It just needs the right trigger. And that's why the third place coveted by older women is the one where they feel completely and utterly consumed by desire, where attraction is so undeniable that restraint becomes impossible. Think about the times in life when you've felt something so intense that you couldn't ignore it, whether it was an idea, an urge, or a connection with another person. That feeling, the one that takes over despite your best efforts. That's what older women secretly long for. They want to feel something so strong, so inescapable, that it overrides their careful self-control. This is why older women find themselves gravitating toward men who exude a specific kind of energy, one that's commanding, magnetic, and effortlessly confident. A man who can make her feel this kind of attraction doesn't have to chase her. She'll come to him. She'll find herself thinking about him when she shouldn't. She'll feel a pull toward him that she can't logically explain. And the best part? She won't be able to help it. Because at the end of the day, women, no matter their age, aren't drawn to what makes sense. They're drawn to what makes them feel. Place number 4. Where she feels desired, not just appreciated. There's a massive difference between being appreciated and being desired, and a woman can tell the difference instantly. Appreciation sounds like, "You're so amazing, you're such a wonderful person." Desire? That's different. It's the pause in your voice when you look at her. It's the way your eyes don't just see her, they consume her. It's the tension in the air when you're close but not touching, the feeling that at any moment something is about to happen. Older women, they know the difference. They've heard the compliments. They've been called beautiful so many times that it barely registers anymore. But feeling truly desired, that never gets old. And that's why they seek out the places where they feel a man's full, undivided attention. Not just on their personality, not just on their presence, but on them as a woman. The way her lips move when she talks, the curve of her neck when she tilts her head, the way her breath catches when the tension between you builds. These are the moments she lives for and the ones she can't find just anywhere. This is why older women find themselves drawn to men who understand presence. A man who can sit across from her and hold that electric silence without looking away, he's the one she won't forget. Because at the end of the day, every woman wants to be wanted. Not politely, not passively, but in a way that's undeniable, magnetic, and consuming. And the man who can make her feel that, he'll have her attention long after she walks away. Place number 5. Where she feels dangerously feminine. Every woman, no matter her age, has a side of her that's untamed. It's the side that laughs louder, moves freer, and lets go of the rules she usually follows. It's the version of her that isn't just poised and elegant, but wild, unpredictable, and completely in the moment. This is the place older women crave but rarely get to experience, the space where they can let their guard down and feel the thrill of being fully, unapologetically feminine. Think about it. Society tells women to be composed, mature, and graceful as they get older. They're expected to trade passion for poise, excitement for elegance. But deep down, she still craves the rush, the feeling of being caught off guard by attraction, the anticipation of a touch that hasn't happened yet, the excitement of a man who doesn't just admire her, but awakens something in her. This is why older women find themselves magnetized by men who can make them feel unpredictable, men who break patterns, who know when to tease and when to challenge, who don't just give her what she expects, but what she secretly hopes for. Because once a woman steps into that dangerous feminine energy, she doesn't just feel younger, she feels alive. And the man who can take her there, he's the one she won't stop thinking about. Place number 6, the unforgettable night. Here's a truth most men overlook. A woman never forgets the night she felt something she couldn't explain. Not the night where everything was predictable, not the night where things went smoothly, but the night where the connection was so thick in the air that it felt like time slowed down. Older women seek out this place, not in a specific location, but in a specific kind of experience. It's the experience where she's completely present, where her usual thoughts and worries disappear, where the only thing that exists is the energy between her and the man in front of her. She doesn't just want attention. She wants an encounter that lingers in her mind long after it's over. It's the way he leans in just enough to make her catch her breath. The way he makes her laugh so unexpectedly that she touches his arm without thinking. The way he knows exactly when to look at her and when to look away, leaving her wanting more. Because once she experiences that kind of night, where she feels a connection that's beyond just conversation, she won't be able to let it go. And that's the secret most men never figure out. Women, no matter their age, don't chase men. They chase feelings. And if you can give her a feeling she's never had before, she'll find her way back to you again and again. Place number 7, where she can rewrite her past. There's a reason older women are drawn to men who understand reinvention. Because whether she admits it or not, every woman has a past, a story filled with what-ifs, missed chances, and roads not taken. Maybe she played it safe when she was younger. Maybe she stayed in relationships that felt comfortable but never set her on fire. Maybe she ignored the kind of men who could have changed everything because back then she wasn't ready. But now, she doesn't just want a new experience. She wants to rewrite the version of herself that never took the risk. And that's why she seeks out the place where she feels like she's making up for lost time. This could be a new city, a new lifestyle, or a man who makes her feel like she's stepping into a different reality. A reality where she's not restrained by the expectations she once had. A reality where she's free to explore a version of herself she never got to be. And if you can be the man who brings her into that world, she won't just crave the experience, she'll crave you. Place, Hachi, where she can test her power. Older women don't just want admiration, they want confirmation that they still have the power to captivate. It's not about insecurity, it's about validation, the kind that comes from watching a man react to her in real time. She wants to know, can I still make him forget the rest of the world when I walk into a room? Does my presence still turn heads? Am I still the kind of woman who can shift the energy just by being in the right place at the right time? And that's why she craves situations where she can test her effect on men. This is why she finds herself drawn to places where attraction is unspoken but undeniable. A dimly lit lounge where she makes eye contact with a man across the room. A casual conversation that turns into something electric. A setting where she can watch a man try to resist her and fail. Because at the end of the day, a woman doesn't just want to feel beautiful, she wants to feel undeniable. And the moment she realizes she still has that effect, that's a moment she won't forget. Place number 9, where she can escape judgment. If there's one thing older women are tired of, it's judgment. They've spent years, sometimes decades, being told what they should do, who they should be, and how they should behave. And even when they break free from society's rules, the silent judgment still lingers. She's too old for that. Why is she dating a younger man? Shouldn't she be settling down instead of chasing new experiences? And yet, despite the whispers, she still craves a place where she can exist without explanation, where she can let go of the rules and expectations, where she can be in the moment, without worrying about who's watching or what they're thinking. And the truth is, this place isn't physical, it's a man's presence. The kind of man who doesn't judge her choices but fuels them, the man who looks at her without expectations, without assumptions, just raw electric intrigue. Because when a woman feels completely free with you, she doesn't just stay, she lets go of every barrier, and that's when things get unforgettable. Place number 10, where she can lose control just a little. Control is something older women have mastered. They know how to keep their emotions in check, how to walk away from situations that don't serve them, how to maintain their independence, their confidence, and their power. But deep down, they crave a place where they can let go, just enough to feel something real. Not recklessness, not chaos, but the thrill of surrendering to the moment without overthinking it. She doesn't want to be reckless. She wants to feel safe enough to be spontaneous, to let herself get lost in the energy of a moment, to follow an impulse she wouldn't usually entertain, to feel the rush of not knowing what happens next, but wanting to find out. And that's why she's drawn to places where the right kind of man can pull her into that space. A man who doesn't push, who doesn't force, but who creates just enough intrigue, just enough tension, just enough pull that she finds herself stepping into the unknown without hesitation. Because when a woman feels that, that's when she stops holding back and starts chasing the feeling all over again. And there you have it, 10 places older women secretly crave. If you've been paying attention, you'll notice something. It's not about the physical place. It's about the feeling she finds there. And if you can be the man who creates that feeling, she won't just want to be near you, she'll need to. Let me know what you think, and if you're ready to unlock even deeper secrets of attraction, stay tuned.